Bonsoir. Sorry that it's been a while, babe. Long time no see and everything. I wish I could have been here more, but I've been quite categorically depressed, actually. Soldiering on. Keep on keeping on, babe. So if there's a lot of anxious energy, it's because I've got anxious energy, babe. Life's just a roller coaster. You just gotta ride it. So, yeah, I also got shagged since the last time you've seen this. And by that, I mean specifically the haircut. Not any of old wahoo. Do not come out. If I am never touched again in my life, it would be an honour. Your Honour. Is that too much information to just drop? Anyway, how are you coping editing this, Declan? So today I thought, why not do something that'll really grind, you know what, while I've got my sights on them, I am just going to take my mad tab. Today I thought, why not get my gears going, you know, get the old cogs turning and ask for some unpopular opinions. I did ask for these in my Discord and I specifically orchestrated it so I wouldn't see any of them. So this is going to be my 100% blind reaction to it. And I asked my partner in crime, my best friend, Hazine and Scorpio Rita, to collate these into different categories. So don't know anything that's about to come my way, much like life. Didn't know what was about to come my way recently and it came. So listen, you've got to laugh, babe. You've got to laugh. Right, so the first one, I do not want more gameplay with babies. This is an unpopular one because, as well, the context of this one is that babies in The Sims 1 operate exactly the same way that babies in The Sims 4 operate. They do have rights in The Sims 2. Babies got rights in Sims 2. Babies had rights in Sims 3. Sims 4 stripped babies of rights. Sims 4 said babies do not deserve rights. And you know what? Not only in Sims 4, but Anna also said babies do not deserve rights. I think that I can kind of understand where this one comes from because for me, babies are very much a you never know what you have until it's gone, because I've always found babies fucking annoying, specifically in The Sims 2, especially because your sim would just get a bottle and just shut it on the floor. Babies are fucking annoying. And I always find that in real life, I have a lot of experience with babies. I am previously a baby, you know, I am previously a minor. I preferred that they were more chilled out in The Sims 3, but I would like to see more gameplay with babies because it really is, for how far along we are in the game, it feels very redundant to go back to like the Sims 1 aspect of things. And it's not going back to a Sims 1 aspect of things in the terms of if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like, it has been working and the Sims 4 broke it. So I would like that. God, that sentence could be applied to so many things, babe. We don't even have the time. Yeah, I know, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, babe, but I do think that your opinion's also right. Like, I can understand why a lot of people don't want gameplay with babies, but I just don't share the same opinion. In a similar vein, M said if we ever get a Sims 5, I would want babies to be objects. What is with people and no rights for babies? I would not like babies to be objects. Like, again, I said they can get quite annoying, but I would like them to be able to... Like, one of my favourite things about why babies matter to Plumbella, a thread. I really like in The Sims 2 when your sim gives birth and you're like, Baharmi Galushnar, Bahubi? And then you can see what hair colour the baby's got, what skin colour the baby's got, and eye colour and everything. And that was a really important part for me. And then they're just objects in Sims 4. Like, she's just literally rendered. You can buy her in Bidebug. I would like them not to be objects because I like to see the actual genetics of them. And then another one we've got is Mal. I like Sims 4 babies. Whilst I'd like for them to have more features, e.g. just not objects, changeables, prams, I love how simple they are now. They're so easy to look after compared to toddlers or children, for example. Like, if the baby's crying, starts to get on my nerves, I can just go on vacation and it still gets looked after because it's just an object. Right, Mal, love you so much, babe. You are never going to be my designated babysitter if I ever decide to have children, which I do not. But hypothetically, Mal, you are off the list of babysitting. I'd consider godparent, but godparent with absolutely no rights. You will not be looking after my hypothetical child. I jest, Mal. Maybe I don't, you know what? If I ever want to go on holiday and you ever want to go on holiday at the same time.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not going to do it.
I would let you put my... Yeah, Mal, honestly, me and you in this together, babe. It's lazy and I admire it. I do also agree with you. I would like to have more features like changing table and prams. I love just going a little mooch with your kids in the Sims 3 with the buggy. What do you guys call it? Because the Sims 3 called it stroller, but we call it buggies and prams, but specifically buggy. I think the Irish call it buggy too. The North East and Ireland have like this weird connection with language. One thing about me, I love to state things that have absolutely no relevance to the video. Moving on. From Moon Gecko, this is the last one in the babies and toddlers section. Toddlers piss me off. You know what, Moon Gecko? They piss me off too. I do think that toddlers in The Sims 4 are the best toddlers that we've had to date, which I'm not sure if that's an unpopular opinion. I think that saying anything in The Sims 4 is the best we've had to date is an unpopular opinion, because sometimes I get called a bootlicker for that, and then sometimes I'm just that girl who fucking hates Sims 4 but continues to play it. Toddlers also piss me off But I do like them. Sometimes when I'm really dark in my mind, I think about the fact that The Sims 4 got released without toddlers, and it's so ridiculous that it does bring me up a little bit in spirits. I never played The Sims 4 until toddlers came in. That's where I draw the line. Next up, we've got Build by, Create Sim, etc. A French 1520 said, I miss when EA did their own builds. Don't get me wrong, Sims do an incredible job, but the builds making from the lots was a lot of fun. Do you know what? I 100% wholeheartedly agree with this. I would really like a mix of it, if anything. This is not to rain on any of my friends' parades. I would just like to say this. I think my friends are so talented. A lot of the same people do builds again and again and again. I think if we got creators to make builds, I think it would be a really good way to, you know, highlight different people, because there's especially some really talented smaller simmers that are really good at builds. But yeah, I think that I also miss taking the piss out of EA's builds, and I also think that they definitely need to change up who makes them. No, this is nothing against any of the Simmers who have made them, but also this is my call to action as well. Do you know who deserves to build in The Sims 4? Steffo Sims. That bitch is fucking talented. She is absolutely amazing, the stuff that she can create, and nobody ever credits Steffo Sims for her building skills, but that bitch, she was good. She is good. I've never seen anyone be able to build a Gucci flip-flop. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Steffo Sims deserves rights 2022. Also in Thai, while The Sims 4 is the best shell building option, Sims 2 had the best furnishing styles. I'm over the cottagecore on modern furnishings of The Sims 4. You know what, Elsie and Ty, 12 months ago, I would not have agreed with you. 12 months ago, I would have said that I didn't agree with you. One thing that really is interesting about this is that we're right in the time right now where The Sims 2 style is the current style, like this Y2K 2000s kind of vibe. It does make me feel a bit sick that what I've experienced in my lifetime is classed as vintage now. And honestly, the younger Gen Z, when you get to this point, is going to make you feel this exact same way too. It's awful, honestly. Can I just be shot? As of right now, The Sims 2 does have the best furnishing styles because it's so like reminiscent of the past. I do love cottagecore, but we have had a lot of it recently, especially with quarantine and everything and how hardcore we all went for cottagecore during that time. It's kind of killed it a little bit. And also the modern furnishings, I used to fucking love the mid-century modern vibe, but also I'm kind of sick of that now. But I think that The Sims 2, because it's different, but also it's right at that nostalgic point, it's got really good furnishing styles. I was actually thinking, like, in terms of decoration, I think The Sims 4's got the best decorations because she is a building simulator. Speaking of which, Ashley said, I don't mind The Sims turning into a create a sim build simulator instead of a life simulator, because by the time I make Sims and build them a house, I get too bored to do any gameplay anyways. Ashley, you're right for including those exclamation marks in your name, babe, because that's exactly how I feel right now. That's valid, you know what I mean? My sister, well, she's not right now because she's got 3 kids and she's a nurse, you know what I mean? But growing up, she was also an avid simmer. I've never been that good at building or creating a sim, so I was always big on being a gameplay person. But my sister, she is 100% the type of simmer who just creates sims and makes them a house, and then she doesn't play any of the gameplay. Like, that does not appeal to her at all. I enjoy building now, and I think I've improved a lot in building now. Create a sim, not so much. Do not trust me in create a sim. I'm good at picking styles, but actually making a sim, no. So I can I understand this opinion, but I just wish it was both a create a sim and build simulator as well as a life simulator. Like, I wish it was both, you know what I mean? So then everybody can be happy. A lot of people feel like this as well, and I think one good thing about The Sims is that it does give you that option to do that. A colourful right thigh tattoo looks like paint and is hideous. Do not know to which right thigh tattoo you are referencing, but I'm just going to go ahead and agree with you, babe. If you say Outlaw Lee, I agree with you. Anything Outlaw Lee says, I agree with. Outlaw Lee, you are the law in my eyes, babe. Rory, I genuinely hate every tattoo in the game. Like, none of them actually look like tattoos, and the fact you can't get them in game without mods is annoying. I don't really have an opinion on this because I look like the type of person to be absolutely riddled with tattoos, but I don't have a tattoo nowhere on my body. My entire family have tattoos. I've always been too scared of the pain, but I will be getting one soon. So I think for that reason, like, I just don't gravitate towards tattoos in game. Like, I genuinely forget they exist. So I can't really give a comment on that. But the fact that you can't get them in game without mods is annoying. We need a tattoo parlor. Schrodinger's boy. Smart name, I like that. I don't care that high school added real acne when they advertised it in Parenthood years ago, but it was only cosmetic. It feels like getting people to pay for features they already paid for. That's I agree. I don't have anything else to say on that, but I agree. Star said that the build and buy mode in The Sims 4 is things that keeps me from playing. Like, I will make my Sims for hours and be excited, but the moment I get to building, I lose all drive. Nothing screams unique to me like The Sims 3 did with the objects. Houses are character. Sims 4 takes character and throws it in the bin. See, this is interesting because this is the type of opinion that I'd usually see for gameplay, not for building. In my opinion, which is my unpopular opinion that I'm going to be absolutely crucified for, I think that The Sims 4 build buy mode is the best so far. But I do agree that The Sims 3 houses did have a lot of character, where The Sims 4 houses are very samey. The Sims 3 with the build and buy mode had like houses overlooking water. It had so many different types of housing and styles, where The Sims 4 they're all kind of cookie cutter houses. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's an interesting one because I spend more time in The Sims 4's version of build buy than I spend in any other game's build buy. I think that she's the most user friendly and it's the easiest way to create a house that looks good. Where The Sims 3, you can make a house that looks fucking excellent, but it's harder, which I think has always stopped me. So yeah, that is a really interesting take, actually. I would like to know who else feels like that, because I feel like a lot of people have the opposite opinion. GG. And then the last one in Build by Create Sim, Your Pensive. I hate having to go buy clothing like we did in The Sims 2. I want to customise whenever I want without spending 2k and travelling every time my sim ages to buy clothes for aesthetic. This is unpopular because I absolutely fucking love buying clothes. You know what? One thing about me, I hate having everything at my disposal. I hate having choice. Buying clothes in The Sims 2 for me makes it so much fun. It makes it like, I'm always looking for ways to create gameplay opportunities. Not that your opinion's wrong. By the way, none of these opinions are wrong. They're just different to other opinions. Both opinions can be right at the same time. For me in The Sims 2, that would be a great gameplay opportunity. Like, going to buy clothes. You know, I would love it. I'd be on that like flies around shit. I'd make a day of it. That's really is an interesting one. I do disagree with you, but you're not wrong. It's one of those things where we have all of the clothes at our disposal right now, and then if that was taken away, I would be maybe get annoyed for it. Like, I don't always want to have a gameplay opportunities, but I do miss buying clothes. Right, DLC. Here we go. Bobby said Get to Work is one of the best expansion packs and City Living is one of the worst. Get to Work added 3 active careers, running your own business and aliens and photography. It's far from perfect, especially nowadays, but it's still good to me. City Living is so weak. You're moving to your apartment and that's it. There is nothing to do. Maybe a bugged food festival or a singing skill that does nothing. Bobby? I agree with you, baby. I recently replayed Get to Work as part of my Sims 4 LP that I need to carry on with, sorry. And yeah, she was good. She was fucking good. We started off strong with Get to Work. 3 active careers. We would get 1 at a push now, and I think that one would be the whole staple. That would be the selling point of the pack. But yeah, City Living, for me, it is a weak pack. There's not much that adds to it for me. And also, like, these City Living types of expansion packs, where you move into the city. I've never been the type that I've always played with, like The Sims 3 Late Night. I never used to play in Bridgeport. I think it's like sensory overwhelming for me or something, because it's not something that I gravitate towards. And like you said, there's not much to do. Like, the city doesn't actually feel that alive around you. I think it's because it's limited by loading screens. Equippy said, I genuinely love Batu and I think it's the best game pack. Love that for you, Equippy, but I'm not equipped to answer this. I love that it's the best game pack for you. I mean, shit, if they released a Stranger Things game pack, that would be my favourite hands down, even if no matter how bad it was. So I think you're unequivocally wrong, but, you know, mad respect, because if that was the Steve Harrington pack, 10 out of 10, babe. Little Red Hat said that Strange Town is the best Sims 2 neighborhood precisely because the story isn't realistic. Non-realistic gameplay is more fun. I'm all for realism, but I'm also there for unrealism. But I think that Strange Town in The Sims 2, The Sims is really good for taking these non-realistic stories, because it's almost like what would happen in a world where aliens existed, and like actually really developing that storyline. Also, you've got the Pascal Curious and Nervous subject. And they were both boys. I always love like the base game worlds. I always gravitate towards them the most. So Pleasant View story, loved it. Brunville I didn't really play with much. Went over my head. Fuck William Shakespeare. For no other reason than he is too much for my mind to bear. But yeah, Strange Town, absolutely fucking love the story. I still think about her daily. Mad Rain said the Sims spin-off games, especially the handheld versions, are better than the mainline PC games. I wish they would start making them again. I don't necessarily agree with you. I don't think that they're better than the mainline PC Sims games, mainly just because my playstyle is more tailored towards the PC Sims games. However, I do think that they are absolutely fucking fantastic, and I really also wish that they'd start making them again, because I think that sometimes you just want to play The Sims but kind of have a guided narrative. But yeah, they are absolutely fucking fantastic. If you ever get the opportunity to play a Sims spin-off game, please do. They are great. Belle said, okay, I think Seasons is barely an expansion pack. Not the only one, but one of the ones that disappointed me the most. I think Seasons is one of those ones where you can't necessarily play without it, but just because you couldn't play without it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we get active seasons instead of the eternal blue sky, but also we don't get festival grounds. All of the events kind of happen within your home lot. It gives you no reason to go out. There's like parts of the pack that I enjoy, but overall I do think that she's a pretty weak pack, even if I would rate her higher than others. Yeah, I agree with that one. And then similarly, Kate said seasons expansion pack, bottom tier. Again, I agree. I might be able to not play with her, but it doesn't mean she's good. You know what I mean? Now on a gender sexuality updates. Achilles said the sexuality overhaul for The Sims 4 made the pronouns update all but redundant. If I want to make my sim self AFAB non-binary trans masc a male partner, he has to be straight or bi. It undid most of the work of the pronouns update. I think that sexuality and gender identity and everything, they're not the same thing, but they have a lot of things that you need to consider with each other. So for me, I don't understand why they're released at different times. For me, this would be the type of thing that would be avoided if this was released at the same time. One thing that the Sims team do is like they kind of release things without thinking about previous things that are being released. Alanana said, I don't want a sexual orientation update. Every single sim was basically pansexual before, so what the update actually did was add straight people. This is an interesting take. The Sims in general, in terms of sexuality, was kind of revolutionary when it came out because it was released in a time where, even when I was in school, being gay or bi, I don't know about gay, being this fake thing called gay, but no, like anything out of the ordinary, you would have been bullied relentlessly for. And then The Sims let you explore that without any repercussions, and a lot of people, myself included, like I've played with my sexuality in The Sims 4 before. Well, not The Sims 4, but The Sims, do you know what I mean? In the context of 2022, all these other updates, I think it makes sense for a sexual orientation update. Even though it's great that you could make your Sims whatever you want, you still can make your Sims whatever you want. The update didn't just add straight people, it also added ace people, which as an ace, a lot of people do forget that we exist, you know what I mean? Like, I was trying to think of asexual celebrities the other day. I couldn't think of a single one apart from Plumbella. I think it's really important as well for The Sims might be some people's first game, do you know what I mean? I played The Sims when I was young, and I think it's a lot of people's first introduction to sexuality and gender identity and stuff like that, and I think it's important for representation to be there. Luke Dupuke said, The Sims 4 is really not as trans inclusive as people praise it for. Sure, it gave us options for body and gender separately with the functionality choices, but how far does that go if I make myself any to settle for an undeveloped clunky mannequin body and clothing that is ill-fitting whether I use masculine or feminine options? The Sims has always been very inclusive of sexual and romantic diversity, which is well appreciated, but the Sims 4 approach, independent of that, feels like a poorly executed attempt for clout and profits like the rest of the installment. Interesting. I do agree with you. I think that the way that clothes fit the body and everything like that, it's not good. Like, they've definitely got things to improve on that. I think one of the main issues of The Sims 4 is that The Sims 4 wasn't originally built to like accommodate these type of things. Not that that's an excuse for it, but like the update came after The Sims 4 had already released. Hoping that by the time that The Sims 5's released, I hope that these kind of things are just inherent to the game. Like, I hope that these things come upon release, and I hope that representation, like proper representation, doesn't have to come through the form of updates and it's already there. So the last category is going to be miscellaneous, and I learned that word through The Sims. G The Sims. Rough Menace, your president, said burglars were the most annoying in the previous games, and I hope they never return in future. I'm going to have to big fat disagree with you there. I do miss getting jump scared. Burglars do deserve rights in Sims 4. My house should be allowed to harvest. What's the word? Harness a bird. No, but what's the fucking term? Harvest a bird. My house should allow burglars. I would like burglars. I think they were like a fun part of life. I also miss the bug man. I miss the repo man coming to pew pew pew. Do you know what I mean? I miss them. I do hope that they return. I miss the jump scare. Snorlaxolotl said, I would really enjoy a multiplayer mode as long as there is still a single player mode and single player was still the main focus of the game. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion because I sure as hell agree with it. I think that multiplayer mode would be really fun, especially as we've seen that games like Animal Crossing can work as a mainly single player game but also have multiplayer elements to it. And also things like Stardew Valley, I think it could, again, could be really fun. I think that if The Sims 5 released as a full-on multiplayer game, I think it could be the end of The Sims as we know it. So I hope it doesn't do that. Wally said, I wish my Sims fought more without having any mean traits. I hate having perfect households with Sims that never seem to dislike their siblings or cousins. I also 100% fucking agree. I miss the drama. Specifically, I remember that I done a video ruining Little Simsy's save file and we literally fucking scrapped. Kayla knocked me the fuck out. And then after that, she's like, Yep, yep, flurb. And I miss my Sims fucking socking each other. Do you know what I mean? I want chaos always. So yes, sorry if this video was a little bit all over the place. This is my first... Well, actually, I did try and record a video recently, but I was just too unhinged. But yeah, this is the first like actual video that I've done since losing my granddad. But I'm happy to be here. Recording content makes me so happy inside of my heart and my soul. You know what? Jesus Christ and like the Catholic Church is such a cult. Do you know what I mean? Like imagine if someone tried to introduce the Catholic Church now. People would be like, are you drink what? You know? Anyway, thank you all very, very much for watching this video. I love you all so, so much. And I will see you in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for sticking with me through trying times. We keep on keeping on. Bye.